Hello beautiful people, welcome to Kitengela Rabbitry, where quality is served. My name is Mary Mpayo. I am rabbit farmer who keeps rabbit for breeders, for meat, and also rabbit urine and rabbit droppings for fertilizer. In this channel today, we're going to take you step by step the routine that a rabbit farmer needs to check for their rabbits to become well, the daily routine as well as the weekly routine. So don't forget to like, subscribe and share this video. Stay tuned. As a rabbit farmer, when you wake up in the morning, you have to go to your rabbit house. So one of the things that you have to check on a daily basis is the behavior of the rabbit. For a normal rabbit, you always know its character, like its behavior, how it behaves normally. So when you see your rabbit, when you go close to their cage, maybe it comes to you, or it tends to smell you, or lick your hands. Those are the types of behaviors that rabbits do have. But when you see that your rabbit doesn't come to you, and it normally does that when you open its cage, you notice that there is a change in its behavior. So changing behavior can be as a sign of illness. So as a rabbit farmer, you should check on these things like how your rabbit eats. When there is change in eating patterns, it shows that your rabbit is sick or has an illness that you need to cure it, or you need to control in your farm to avoid other rabbits from being sick and also to avoid an illness from coming into your farm. So checking on your daily rabbit behavior, like how it acts on you, how it jumps, how it feeds, how it drinks water, it's very essential as a farmer so that you can control illnesses or diseases in your farm. As a rabbit farmer, you should always check your rabbit ears. Checking your rabbit ears is essential because when you check your rabbit ears, you can actually see illnesses like ear canker. So the ear canker is usually in the internal part of the ear, so it's not the outside part, so it's not something that you can just see automatically when you look at the rabbit. So ear canker is housed inside the ear. So whenever you check on the rabbit ears, you'll actually see the ear canker, which is usually, it's a disease that is usually transmittable from one rabbit to another. When you notice ear canker in your rabbits, you can actually control this disease from spreading to other rabbits. So as a farmer, it is very essential for you to check on the ears of the rabbit, as also ears of the rabbit can host wax, which is good for you to clean your rabbit ears, as well as major or minor injuries which can incur as a result of fighting or injuries from the house or wires in the house. So always remember to check on your rabbit ears for you to control some of these illnesses. Another thing that you can check on your rabbit on a daily basis is the nose. When you notice that your rabbit has a running nose, it shows that this rabbit has maybe respiratory illness or it has pneumonia. As a rabbit farmer, you should always notice these patterns, like when a rabbit has a running nose, when the mucus is usually watery, or when it's white. When it's watery, it's usually like it has a mild respiratory illness. But when it's mostly white, it shows that the respiratory illness is critical and it might result to pneumonia, which is a killer disease in rabbits. So for you to prevent these illnesses, always check on your rabbit nose, whether it's a running nose or whether it has a white mucus, for you to control some of these illnesses like pneumonia in your farm. You know, sometimes when you're building a house, some of the materials that are used to construct the rabbit house is usually hard or rough material. So as a rabbit farmer, when you wake up in the morning, always check on your rabbit feet, because some of these rabbit can have sore feet, some wounds on the feet because of the hard surfaces that they stand on. These sore feet can actually incur when a rabbit is pregnant, or when a rabbit is overweight, or when the surface is very hard, or when a rabbit has incurred an injury. So as a farmer, you should always check on your rabbit feet to control these sores that appear on the feet. These sores can actually make your rabbit unstable, not be able to stand when eating, and it is a problem because when your rabbit doesn't feed, it results to death. So always control these illnesses by checking your rabbit feet. As a rabbit farmer, you should always check on your rabbit eyes on a daily basis, because most of the time when your rabbit has watery eyes, it shows that it it has a condition, a respiratory condition, maybe pneumonia or any other respiratory condition, which is internal, and it's the symptoms are being shown with watery eyes. So when a rabbit has clear eyes, this shows that your rabbit is very healthy. So always ensure that you check on the rabbit eyes, because you will be able to prevent these illnesses like pneumonia or coccidiosis or any respiratory infection. Rabbits normally have fur that is usually very soft and very attractive. When you see that your rabbit has the fur that normally plucks out, you just rub your rabbit, your hair is coming off, it is a sign of an illness. So on a daily routine, you should always check on your rabbit fur. Make sure that this fur is not coming off whenever you rub your rabbit, or whenever you see your rabbit hair is not lying backwards, it's like sprouting outward. Just know that your rabbit is not feeling well. So to prevent these illnesses, it is usually caused by parasites most of the time. So to prevent these illnesses, you should always check on your rabbit on a daily routine and make sure that your rabbit is dewormed to prevent the parasites. And also the rabbit can also have injuries on its skin. So checking on its fur, you can actually be able to see these injuries, which you can be able to cure them as early as enough, so that these injuries cannot get infected by bacteria, which leads to illnesses in your rabbit. Most of the time you find that your rabbit has diarrhea, you should always check on your rabbit bottom on a daily routine. Checking on your rabbit bottom, you'll notice that this rabbit has a wet bottom, which shows that this rabbit has diarrhea. You should also check on its cage, the rabbit cage at the end, far end part. You should check that it doesn't have, the poop is not like watery, so that you can know whether your rabbit is healthy. And also, healthy poop is usually the dry ones. So when you find that your rabbit has a wet poop, you should always know that this rabbit is not well enough. It's suffering from either constipation or diarrhea. Most of the time, these illnesses are brought by feeding greens which are not dried well. To prevent these illnesses, you should always make sure that your greens are dried before giving the rabbit, and always check your rabbit on a daily basis to prevent these illnesses by giving them medication which are required, because diarrhea can actually cause death in rabbits, sudden death actually, before you even notice. As a rabbit farmer, apart from the daily checks, you should always have the weekly checks as well. So some of the weekly checks are checking on your rabbit nails. Long rabbit nails can cause damage to the rabbits actually when you scratch their body, as well as to the kids. When a mother has very long nails, it tends to maybe injure or scratch the kids, which can cause death to the kids. So also for you, when the rabbit has very long nails, it tends to scratch you as well, which can cause injuries on your body. So ensure that your rabbit nails are of good shape and of good size, so that you hinder these nails from scratching you, scratching the kids, or scratching the rabbit itself. It's actually a weird fact, but some rabbits tend to have overgrown teeth. So these rabbits have overgrown teeth which actually pop out or protrude from the mouth. When a rabbit has long teeth, they tend to not feed properly, and also they tend not to behave normally, because it is a disturbance in their mouth. It's not something comfortable when a rabbit has long teeth. So as a rabbit farmer, on a weekly basis, always check on your rabbit teeth. Mostly these overgrown teeth is usually brought by inbreeding, which is a very bad sign, because it shows that you've inbreeded your rabbit, and this can bring dwarfism in your farm. So as a rabbit farmer, always ensure that your rabbit have teeth that are well shaped, and also which are of good size, to avoid this rabbit from not feeding or getting injured or having discomfort in their mouth. Most of the time you find that rabbits do drool from the mouth. So as a rabbit farmer, you should always check on the rabbit neck. Drooling can cause the rabbit neck to become wet, and as a rabbit farmer, you should always check on your rabbit neck part, which you'll notice when the rabbit is drooling. when you notice that the neck is wet. So as a rabbit farmer, always ensure that you check on its neck to ensure that this rabbit does not have a wet neck, because when the neck is usually wet and dumpy, it can cause irritating smell, like the smell which is not so pleasant to the rabbit, as well as it can cause growth of bacteria on the neck part, because this part is usually a hidden part. Although rabbits are usually very clean animals, but you can find some rabbits have this problem, which you as a farmer, you need to make sure that this rabbit is clean. Also trim the hair on the neck part to ensure that the neck part doesn't stay wet and doesn't affect the rabbit normal behavior. Today, as rabbit farmers, we've learned on the daily checks and the weekly checks of rabbits. So it is essential for you as a rabbit farmer to follow these steps to ensure that your rabbit is healthy, to ensure that your rabbit doesn't have stress, to ensure that you as a farmer, you are actually able to manage your rabbits well. It makes your work easier as well. So thank you so much for staying tuned on this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share. See you on the next